Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp.
Today we're looking at a prototype of Dragon Boats of the Four Seas. Dragon Boats of the Four Seas is an auction bidding set collection game. It's designed by Michael Schacht and is being published by Maple Games. It'll be on Kickstarter soon.
You're playing as a leader of one of the noble houses in the Middle Kingdom of China. You'll need to build farms and make offerings for the safe passage of your ships. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins.
Let's look at the prototype components. There's a game board, player boards, cards, dragon boats, meeples, tiles, tokens, cloth bags, and more.
At the beginning of the game, you'll set up the board with farm and mountain tiles, boats, offering tiles, and cards. Players receive a player board, meeples in their color, and bidding discs.
To determine starting resources, players will place their fourth bidding disc on one of the cards that make up the Dragon Boat round tracker. If you put it on a later card, you'll get more resources, but you won't receive your fourth disc until that round.
There are 4 phases to each round: the bidding phase, the payment phase, the explore phase, and the storage phase.
In the bidding phase, players take turns placing their bidding discs. They can go in one of the market stalls or on your player board to gain money. You could even place your disc on top of other discs to grow the stack.
The order of the discs is important. During the payment phase, the disc on top resolves first, but it also costs more. The price is determined by the number of discs in the stack. So the player here pays 3 coins, selects an offering tile, and removes their disc. The next player only has to pay 2, and the last player only 1. You resolve all market stalls this way. If a player doesn't want to pay or can't, they can remove their disc and gain a coin. During this phase, players can also place their meeples out on boats or on the mountain paths by paying the necessary cost. The middle seat in each boat costs just 1 offering tile instead of 2.
Then comes the explore phase. The mountain paths are resolved first. You can move your meeple up to 3 spaces. You'll receive any printed rewards that you pass, but the main goal is to enter a land space to collect the tile and claim the space for endgame scoring. If you need more movement, you can discard food cards to move additional spaces.
Then the boats depart if they have enough riders to meet the requirements. The player who controls the meeple in the back of the boat steers the boat to the island of their choice, but the player in the front gets to get off first. The meeples move the same way as they did in the mountains.
Then comes the storage phase, where players can store up to 3 offering tiles and sell offering tiles and treasure for money. Then you'll prepare for the next round.
After 6 rounds, the player with the most points wins. You'll gain points from your collection of tiles, from your farms, bonus cards, and whatever resources and gold you have left.
Points from the tiles are based on the number of tiles for each set. So if I have 2 rice tiles, then I'll get 4 points, 2 times 2. But if I have 4 roosters, then I'll get 16 points, 4 times 4. The same scoring system works for grouped farmers of the same color, so 9 points here.
Depending on where the farm tiles are placed at the beginning of the game, it may be difficult to collect these sets of tiles and group your farmers together, so you may have some difficult choices about which points to go after. Some of those special mountain tiles and cards, though, can help guide your strategy.
The cards in the game bring some added replayability and strategy. There are one-time effects like jumping off the boat first no matter your place on the boat or swapping discs. There's also permanent cards like an extra storage space or getting extra coins or food when you step on those places on the board. And there are endgame cards to help you get extra points. There are also cards that act as an extra tile of specific resources, which can really help you with your sets.
The cards add some player interaction into the game, and even some take that. I think there's one where you can swap people's farmers, and if someone takes the middle farmer of your set of 3, you've basically gone from 9 points down to 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, I do need to be aware of that. One of the highlights for me in this game is the bidding mechanic. When and where you place your bidding discs make for some great decision making in the game. It's going to get more expensive the more discs go in one spot, but there could be something really good there on that spot.
I think the boat mechanic is really interesting and creates some good decisions. Do you take that cheap middle seat, or do you really want to be the first one off the boat to get to a certain space? But then there's that back seat that actually steers the ship to make it go to the island that you want. And then later in the game, there might not even be enough farm spaces for all 3 meeples on the ship.
So right now we just have a prototype, but I'm liking how the art style is looking, and I can't wait to see what the 3-dimensional boats will look like. And I enjoy how the dragon boat becomes more colorful as you move from round to round.
This is Maple Games' first game, but they've assembled a great team of people who are experienced in the board game industry. The president is Daryl Andrews. You might recognize his name from Sagrada.
Yeah.
And then the designer, Michael Schacht, has done tons of games. And then the illustrator is Peter Woken.
If you're looking for a game that has a cool bidding mechanic with some set collection, then check out Dragon Boats of the Four Seas, coming to Kickstarter soon.
Offerings and build farms and do something.
You know what you need to do. Everybody subscribe over there. All right, keep going. Dragon Boats, you ready?